just looking forward to a fun game. Looking forward to see some good team fight action. I think, let's see. Level Up doesn't really have... Actually, it's actually not bad. All right. Well, it's a lot of single target on the Radiant side, but I think overall...
Sure.
Actually, yeah, there's a lot of signal target. They might actually have some trouble. They don't really have the best catch either for Weaver, so maybe this Weaver could skitter through. I don't really like Weaver as a carry right now, though, so that's why I'm a little hesitant to just side with them. I feel like it's been really lackluster since all like the changes.
What was sort of the movement speed or?
Yeah, the movement speed thing really, like everything hurt. I don't know. Sure. I mean, sure, you're moving at your haste speed and everything, but I don't know. I feel like there's so many heroes that can just go at that type of speed and just get on top of you. And I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. Your damage doesn't feel the same. However, Dragonlance and stuff did get buffed, so maybe that'll make.
Yeah, you got some stat buffs in the last 7.29B.
Yeah,
your agi, your int, your attack animation. You're getting some nice little
tiny
buffs.
bit of love.
Yeah, a few points here and there. So we'll see. Obviously, Thug thinks he can make it work. And as you said, there isn't the greatest catch. But if they do catch him, they're definitely going to have the burst. Lena's going to pack quite a punch, and they don't have any sort of save really. Sure, the heal from the Grimstroke shard down the line will be nice, but other than that, this Weaver gets caught. You're going to get 100 to 0'd pretty easy if Noob's around. Yeah,
I think every morning I keep waking up and checking to see if that shard was changed, and of course it's not. So there always will be, situations for strong dispels and everything too. Yeah. That's probably, that's the most ridiculous thing for me. Every game I see, it's like the bashers are coming out and then just a strong dispel Grimstroke changes the fights. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm really just gonna watch mid mostly. Noob's been really impressive always on his Lina. It's gotten buffed significantly, and I don't know how Invoker is as a hero. I think this hero still is super hit or miss. He's gotten some changes, but always fun to watch.
Yeah, this is a lane where, just classically, right, the Lina should smash the Invoker, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Should, I think even more so than ever now, because you can just get Fiery Soul at 2, and you keep the stacks just with your stun. Like in the past, your Fiery Soul stacks would actually just wear off as your stun was coming up at level 1. Now just level 1 stun, you just chain, pop it, and you're always at stacks of that Fiery Soul. So, yeah, should not be easy for Xantic, as we're going to see Noob put a lot of pressure onto him.
Yeah, looking sort of at the side lanes. Looking at bottom, RDO's the Lifestealer. How much pressure can they put on him here? The Sky Mars, can they bully this Lifestealer around the rages, or overall is RDO going to be fine down here?
He'll be fine. Yeah. It's actually one of the better heroes versus Mars, I've noticed. I think every other lane, every other carry, except Troll Lifestealer, struggle versus Mars. Now Lifestealer just kind of hits back, especially if you have Snapfire. I think this is quickly becoming my favorite 5.
We've got DNZ and Fishman trying to go up against one another here, but Fishman's hit the level 2. They're going to be able to bring Thug over. As into the reach will get first blood. As he wasn't quite prepared for Thug to close the gap as easily as he did with the Shikuchi and have that extra bit of input.
He's just trying to have some fun top, and they're just messing with it. He's doing the fun creep pull behind tower, but the Grimstroke was able to hit him enough. He actually hit him the entire time while he was doing the pulls. I believe he actually did not get any of the denies on the creep waves, but Clockwork's level 1. Usually, the clocks are level 2 already when the 4 position is level 2 when they pull that creep wave behind. But yeah, good stuff from Fishman, and Fishman will get a pull off as well to push the lane back into his favor.
Yeah, and it looks like mid lane is pretty much as rough as we expected. Lina against Invoker, it's not, especially on these first few levels. Does it even really get better in the lane? I don't know if it does it?
No, and I think it's just an overall hero thing. I don't know what Invokers are supposed to do now with the new runes. You don't go bottle. These water runes are they just hurt you in every essence of the way for it. So I don't know. The hero just feels in a weird position. But we'll see if he can make it work in mid game, because he's going to be off to a really slow start.
No, but for the most part, you feel in this patch, if you're playing a mid laner that's not utilizing the bottle, you might, you've got to have a serious reason for trying to make that hero work in the mid.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fishman top, he'll get caught by the Clockwork. They should be able to get this kill pretty easily. Little barrier assaults with a creep even following. Can he get the deny?
Oh, he can!
Oh, baby.
Oh. Fishman's out there.
I think there's it's either you get bottle or a couple other heroes, your Kunkas, where you can X yourself home and you just go bracers. Maybe these strength heroes that can go bracers and soul ring. They don't have to rely on it so much, but 90% of the time, I feel like these just can't go bottle like Invoker. It's gonna be weird. Until the runes do get changed up a little bit, which I think we're probably going to see done.
I think I feel like there's so much maths to be done. There's runes all over the place, and that every minute of the day, it's I wouldn't be surprised if they do get changed again. You know,
yeah, just so many of these spammers are just so much easier to play, I've noticed. I've even seen like Zeus's and stuff like that. It's like you can't go for the kills because they just are pushing the lane in so hard. Top, another aggressive move.
Fishman getting a little low. Has got the Wild Wing Ripper punching him down as well, as DNZ is going to get turned upon by Thug. Thug should have this kill. Oh, actually with the salve, DNZ and the cogs down. DNZ able to get a good amount of that salve off. In fact, is Thug even going to be able to stop it at all? I mean, only towards the very end of it. So nice moves there from DNZ. Stops himself from being a free kill, as Thug would have absolutely had him otherwise.
Funnick, though. He's got to use a Fairy Fire, his raindrop cooldown.
Oh, hang on.
They'll just go for DNZ.
And they'll get DNZ still at the end of the day. As Thug is able to head back and take the kill. And now
there's just a lot of damage coming between these two, the Weaver and the Grim. Sure, they've got that Dispel, of course, from the enchant, but he's invisible, so it's actually pretty hard to get it off if he's not under that Sentry Ward. They can't Dispel that Inkswell. DNZ, though, you know, dying isn't so bad. He's actually able to go mid and just refill the bottle. Bottom is actually suffering. RDO, he's able to get a trade kill here, but he's only at 15 last hits. Malik as well as Tanner have done a good job actually slowing his farm down.
Now, we'll see in the mid now. Zantic able to, with the levels, at least take away a decent bit of the mana of Noob, but at this point with levels and with Noob, already having the null, we'll see what sort of build he does go for as the mid lane. I guess it's still going to be pretty standard. Nothing too crazy.
Nope. I don't think he should deviate from the norm.
Yeah.
Bottom, the spear actually does not connect onto the tower, or onto the tree. They won't get the kill. What's RDO bringing out? See, he's got boots early. I thought, like, a lot of times we see just chainmail on these lifestealers because you're just able to fight back versus that high physical.
Sure. Yeah.
But he's got boots, an upgraded wand, and a bracer.
All
Very, just, I mean, it's very fight back, but he's really suffering on last hits because of this.
Yeah, I guess sort of favoring the boots as soon as you can against the spear. You know, have that extra chance of dodging around, making it a bit harder for
he's just tankier. Like, the spam from the Skywrath won't feel as good. Even brings a raindrop. This doesn't look like safe lane items, I'll be honest. These looks like off lane items on the lifestealer right now.
Well, you think this is just sort of too like you make it take too many precautions?
Much caution. Yeah, I think he's committed a little bit too much gold probably just to that lane, but either way, he'll get those phase boots ups early. Funnick top. Can he get away? He can. Yeah,
DNZ able to come in. Hold the two of them in position. I mean, funny, he's very, very low HP. He's looking to see if he can get another impetus in, but he doesn't want to mess around with them too much. They'll back off. So, lots of damage still been done to Funnick and DNZ, making it very hard for them to slow down Thug's farm. I mean, Thug's doing fine in this lane. 2 kills and second highest in the net worth here with the CS.
Very nice. They've got great ways to make plays happen as soon as the mid game does happen as well. Once their lanes start to break, they've got this Grimstroke Weaver, they've got the Mars Skywrath. They have nice duo pairings where they can set up kills all over the place. Well, I feel like it's a little bit harder on the Radiant side, as we said. I feel like a lot of the damage that's going to be coming from their draft, it's going to be from Noob. It's going to be from that mid Lina. So I actually like this. He's queued up bots. I think this actually works.
Nicely down bottom.
For that exact reason.
They should get this kill. Nicely done there between the two of them. Plus with the boots, he is going to be able to get that chase on and that extra bit of minus armor thanks to the little shredder. They'll have a chance for the kill each and every time. And we see, I don't know if you mentioned, but because LeBron this game, one of the players still opting for the scatter blast rather than the extra points of the little shredder.
Okay. Gives them more form of that, like, you know, that wave clear and just overall burst, which, I mean, they really are lacking. So I'm fine with it. Like, I look at their draft and it's like they're all these like little points of like little bits of damage, right? Until Snap gets 6, until like Laguna or Lina's there, they don't have big burst to kill people. So that's what I was mentioning. Noob going for bots, I think it's really nice because he's gonna be able to show up to all these ganks where maybe they don't have the damage.
Let's see if he can catch Malik down bottom. They've just killed him once, so taking him down again, especially whilst his TP is still on cooldown, is going to be pretty nice. And yeah, no messing around for Noob. He'll secure the kill, drops the Laguna. And
they're smoking though. They might actually catch him. Do they have the damage? With the Grimstroke, they might. Oh, but they're spotted.
They're going to try. DNZ's going to come over and try and push it Zantic away. And set up here with a tornado onto the two of them. DNZ's trapped out Zantic for now. They're able to move back over, take down Tanner on the high ground, and Zantic's having a run. Fishman as well, he's having to use the Inkswell and just backing off as the rest of Level Up do charge straight over. As they won't find anything, they do end up losing Tanner there for that attempt to get a play going from the high ground.
Yeah, they give up their ward, but well worth it, right? They see those two smoked on the high ground, immediately go for the stun. And Noob, he gets connected with Tornado EMP, but he's got no mana, Owen. He used his Laguna Blade, he used absolutely everything. It does no damage. Now he's got bots, gets himself a Windlace. He can continue being very active.
Now we'll see what lane he looks to make a move to. Of course, top taking down Thug would be the big one. Definitely the trickier, especially until sort of they have that catch from DNZ with the level 6. Just going to take a bit of time, of course.
They could do some cheeky plays with the enchanted creep. Like if Funnick puts it in the tree lines and the Lina TPs on the sides and they stun from tree lines,
sure.
it's possible. Right. It's hard, but there are some fun little plays that they could do.
Yeah, it's not easy though. And at Xantic now, after a tough lane, he's catching back up. Sure, you know, still behind that of Noob, but you know, not having he's still able to get up to a point where, you know, when you look at the level situation, he's going to be able to have impact. And once the Witchblade is done, they themselves can look to set things up, especially with having the arena from Malik. That was going to have a solid way to start the team fight, set up for level up to be trapped in the combo.
Yeah, he can do a lot, actually, just getting into the back. Like, getting onto the supports, even getting onto the Lina, that's going to have to be at Xantic's, like, absolute focus. He has to make sure to control that Lina or the supports. Don't focus on Lifestealer. He's just going to click Rage and your spells are going to be wasted. Has to get them onto the proper heroes, which could still work. It's still a very close game. As we see Funnick, he's catching up in that offlane, but he is the most underfarmed core at the moment. And he does not contribute the same. You know, Malik, as a Mars, overall, this is an offlaner.
Lovely little move there from DNZ and LeBron coming in from the trees, setting up with the cookie, straight in on top of him as they get at Xantic. Funnick.
Look at Noob. He's just in.
Oh, okay. He might be able to get another one out of this. He's going to have to stun if he can land it. As with that haste rune, he's closing the gap. Actually, doesn't see an opportunity to land the stun. Doesn't try for it. A little too tricky there, Fishman with the Duke, so Noob, he'll play it chill. I guess didn't want to overcommit as well. Make sure that he's back out of there before TP's come over from into the breach.
Big fan of his build so far. Everything that he's queued up so far, everything he's done. Bots, Windlace, gets a Keen Optic. He's going for max Fiery Soul build, so he's going for the right click and just going BKB. So we'll see him take damage talent. He'll be able to stand inside that Mars ult, inside pretty much all of the spells of that Dire lineup. Once he has BKB, he's going to have so much freedom on this Lina, and he's going to have it early.
No, I like that.
It.
Yeah, because you sort of consider what he's up against, you know, at least 4 of the heroes, right? Obviously, bottom an attempt on RDO, but he's got the Rage and a TP. He's nicely out of there, because it's level 1 Rage. Not long enough. As Malik, very nicely done there. Snipes him with the spear just as the Rage comes to an end. A good move there from Malik to just throw it in, knowing that there was that chance, there would be that little bit of a window, and he was bang on. There was.
And it was good that they had the Phantom skilled up. You know, I saw Fishman had skilled that in the laning phase at level 3 or level 4. That actually was, it was almost to the point where they didn't get the kill, actually. He almost got that infest on the catapult, and then he's just out of there. Yeah, that was,
nice move.
That was tight. Nice tower pressure up top.
Some casual kisses here. You know, so slow down the push.
Sure.
And
like
it works, yeah. Gets them off the tower for a little bit. As now Level Up's in a situation where if they wanted to, maybe they could try and hold on to the tier 1, or at the least it's going to take another push from into the breach to take it down. And the breach isn't going to stick around for that. They're already moving away from it. So keeping that tower alive.
I think they can make the trade. Yeah, I think they can make the trade, though. I think bottom tower, since you like if you give kisses, I'd be surprised if they do look to fight around there. I think you look to trade around mid.
Sure, and then I guess you're getting 2 for 1. You know, you're able to take top tier 1, and as you say, if they do want to start knocking at the tier 1 mid, that's going to be a very nice trade for them indeed. And already 5-3, they are a 2K lead here at the moment. Level up.
And Funnick's just building all about that tankiness, just getting his hood online. He doesn't have to worry about the right-click damage that's going to be coming out, so just needs to defend versus magical. And they'll get the tower, but a nice deny.
Yeah, and look at the setup here. They've actually caught the 2 of them in the hook shots. The tower, the Mystic Flare. They have got the arena down. DNZ will fall, but RDO charges in straight over towards Malik. Will manage to clip him with the spear in the last seconds of the arena, holding back the Lifestealer. Level Up chase anything else to look at towards Thug, but with the Shikuchi, there's nothing else to catch him. So they'll get DNZ, won't lose anything themselves there into the breach, other than the tower. And of course, coming over to at least trying to defend that tier 1 tower didn't mean that they still are yet to take the 1 down bottom. So Level Up continuing to just build the lead when it comes to map objectives.
Yeah, absolutely. They do at least get that earn charge onto the breach, right? So earn charge acquired, and they do like at least get a nice kill. But they don't have ultis right now, so they do have to be careful if they do fight into this, as kisses are back online in 8 seconds, and LeBron does have a TP available to stop the push. So some nice moves coming out from Level Up.
Yeah, they're taking these towers, and they're not letting any of theirs go down. They're playing the game very smoothly when it comes to just focusing on Into the Breach's movements and just making sure that they're a step ahead, and Into the Breach is not quite able to keep up with the pace and take as much as Level Up's getting out of the game so far.
Yeah, it looks bad because DNZ died, but whatever. As Funnick, he's super tanky. This is a hard kill.
DNZ's got the setup on the back. He's caught Azantic in the cogs. The setup's there for the kisses, but Azantic will manage to make his way out. So he'll get out for now.
Noob's here.
He's looking for Malik. Yeah, drops the Laguna, takes him out. Dragon Slave over towards Fishman. They've got the two of them. The Soul Bind's out. There's nothing to combo with it, though, as Level Up won't lose anybody. As they take down two, and now, once again, Level Up in a position to push another tower, whilst Into the Breach, they can't make a play themselves with just 3 of them alive.
No, they're feeling strong as a unit. They knew that Mars ulti got used in the mid lane because of that DNZ hook shot. All those plays actually ended up working so nice for Level Up, defending their tower, taking mid tower, although it was denied. They are just absolutely winning the macro game right now. This is some good stuff coming up from them. Into the Breach. They're going to have to try to punch back somehow, but Malik, he's a ways away still from his Blink Dagger, which really feels like they're needing in these next few moments to actually get a good start to get into the backlines, because Thagito's having trouble just killing stuff by himself. They need that extra hero to get in.
And we see again here. I mean,
Funnick's too tanky.
I was gonna say at this point you have to ignore the Enchantress if you've especially if you've just got 3 heroes down. You're just never gonna be able to take him out.
I absolutely think so, yeah. You need to have everybody to throw every spell onto him to kill him at this point. As Noob, they'll actually find him with a quick move from Xantic and Tanner.
Oh, nicely done. At this point as well, where he's just a few hundred gold away from the BKB, so able to slow that down a little bit. Question is, can they get anything done with that kill? 30 seconds, no Lina. Top wave is pushing in.
Xantic, if he's there, I think they can kill Funnick, because he can alacrity himself and he has this Witchblade. He might have just enough damage to just go through, but they have to commit a lot still to go for Funnick. And we do see Level Up. They're setting up. They don't want to lose any of these tier 1s.
No, of course, if they want to bring RD over as well. He's currently mid, but he's got the full arm though. So, you know, he's fight ready now. And very hard to bring down. We're going to see Funnick show himself. Again, a bit of a bait. Just allows DNZ to get the angle onto Xantic.
Kisses.
See if the Kisses can quite reach Xantic, though. They can. They got him. They bring him down. And pretty much in the exact same setup that we saw down bottom. You know, Funnick baits. DNZ then is able to find the opportunity to get the angle onto Xantic. And then the Kisses come through. You know, didn't kill him on the bottom lane at Xantic, but kills him up here. And they've got to be a bit more aware from that. As every single time that Funnick's on the front lines, it's all part of the plan for Level Up.
I think just get the blink. Like Malik without the blink tag, I think them even setting up for these towers is pretty ambitious, because they're two support positions. They play the same. They're not these heroes that pierce into the back lines like Earth Spirit, Clockworks, etc. Your usual fours. They're heroes that sit in the back and just spam their spells. So they really need Malik to have blink. He now will have it, but that's damaging. You know, these last few fights now where they've tried to set up for towers, because they don't have this type of initiation, they just get gone on. And Weaver, he needs more time. Thagito, sure, he's got this great matchup overall in the game versus Lifestealer, but you know, if he gets caught by one stun, as you said, you know, there's very high chances he just dies.
Yeah, and bottom lane, DNZ actually able to catch him in the Shikuchi, but quick with the time. That's Thug will make sure that he's not caught by the follow-up Light Strike array from Noob. So, yeah, again, just showing sort of how elusive he is. It's very, very tricky to catch. But obviously, you know, as a carry, you know, sure he can do the running away, but when it comes to like the 5-on-5s, the question is if he's actually going to be able to have the chance to really come out of the Shikuchi and get some hits in on the enemy without them finding that chance to turn around on him. Top lane, going to try and go on to Funnick, but he's got with the Mystic Flare. He's out to the side. He's fine. Still sitting comfortably on a 3rd HP. They just can't kill this man. Then at a point, they're probably going to just give up trying on him.
I mean, he literally just built a full pipe just before that game happened, so no chance for them to get this one. Maybe when it's on cooldown if they bring the 3 heroes, perhaps, but no, at the moment, just getting that farm. Thagito needs his BKB. I'm really waiting to see what the Weaver's going to do when he shows up to a fight.
Yeah,
I guess when he has BKB, he'll have some freedom, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be that easy.
Sure, and then the thing is, you know, obviously, Thug has to get these items. He has to get the Maelstrom, he has to get the BKB, but then he's turning up to the fights against a Rage Lifestealer and against a BKB Lina. The damage from that Maelstrom, it isn't felt. And even though you do add that physical, it's probably not going to be nearly enough. Maybe to threaten Noob, but against this Lifestealer. This time, can they get the follow-up in time? They can!
They do.
If they got enough burst, though, they do. Just enough there from Noob and DNZ. As, of course, Thug's deaths, they really do hurt the most here for Into the Breach. They've got to make sure he has a good game as now, I mean, they've got to run here into the Breach. TPs are coming over, and especially without their carry, without their main man, they've got no business over this side of the map.
No. Yeah, those deaths are those are just heartbreaking, really. Yeah. You're having this like excellent game on the Weaver, you get caught like that almost twice now. DNZ absolutely killing it on this clock.
Yeah, he is.
He's got 3 deaths, but he's doing everything for his team.
He's never missed
every single initiation.
I don't think he's not missed a hook shot.
He's looking good, looking really good. So they are trying to set up on bottom here. They do have that ward scouting out a little bit of the Lina, but can't quite get the jump forward. They're waiting for somebody to show though. Malik and Tanner, they'll kill anybody. But they have to start really making this combo work. The Skywrath and the Mars, you know, I've seen Skywrath a couple times now. Yep. It's looking exactly the same as it did before. You know, if you get the kills, great. If you don't get the kills, hero looks very lackluster. Game proceeds and the hero just becomes useless overall. So they really need to start making this hero get its pickoffs.
DNZ show himself, well, actually, keep himself in the fog for now, but he is down here. Just to level up, just split up quite a bit more than that of Into the Breach, so just continuing to be a little more efficient with what they can find during these down times.
Oh, this just feels, you know, you see this I'm watching Skywrath nuking the wave in bottom, and I'm hurting.
Yeah, well, you just don't want to be doing that.
Farm.
Yeah.
It's like Mars doesn't want to show, but this is kind of what they have to do because they go for these 2 supports. It's either that or you show the fact that Grimstroke's bottom, and he only has the level 1 stroke, and level up. Like they're seeing this this like passive style going on. They're like, all right, I'm just gonna cruise into Roche. We got the Solar Crest.
And as you said, it's really got to hurt for Into the Breach. You've just had sort of 3 heroes sit down bottom for well over a minute, and what's it done apart from just giving the enemy a chance to get Roche?
Oh boy, and Thagito, he's actually chose against going for BKB. He's just going to go for the Sage status resist that'll try to protect him versus that. Because, I mean, status resist would have saved him in the last occasion. I think this might be okay.
Because now I think he'll always be able to get the time lapse on. You know,
I think so too, bottom.
I'm going to get the jump straight over. They will be able to take down DNZ. Malik having to pop the arena in an attempt to run. Get away from these kisses. He will do so. So a trade here between the 2. DNZ and Fishman going down.
RDO getting what I call the best neutral item in the game. He's got the Nether Shawl of immunity.
I mean, yeah,
so he's going to be very survivable.
Yeah, with that and with the Manta and Armlet, like nothing kills. Nothing kills. There's no excuses for RDO dying anymore. He can play this in an invincible manner.
And I feel the timing now for the Mars Skywrath, you know, your fun shenanigans where you're going to get the pickoffs on the core, it's gone. He has Manta. Like, you're not going to kill him now before he's able to get time. And he's got an Aegis, of course, too, which is just protecting him more. But with Manta, I really feel like the Skywrath is now just... It's got to kind of be a walk and creep in a lot of these situations. He might kill a support. You know, he might kill the Clockwork in every single situations, but that's kind of going to be it. It's looking kind of rough right now for Into the Breach.
Sure. And what we're seeing, of course, DNZ is building a force.
He's showing.
And, you know, Snapfire just inherently tanky. It's just, you know, you're trying to... You don't have a burstable target. You really don't. So it's very hard for Into the Breach.
Ooh, this time it won't hit.
A rare miss there for
He's got to miss one.
But that was a close one and was a blind one. You know, after he'd headed into the fog. But can't hit them all. Smoke up from Creepway, from Into the Breach. As going to get the jump onto Noob. Noob's looking pretty dead here. They will be able to take him down. RDO's going to turn towards Malik in return. The Soulbind linking the 2 of them, but he's going to be able to push on with the Raze, take down the Mars. DNZ falling low as Into the Breach will claim a second. The impetus is flying through over towards Fishman. It's enough damage to take him down. Noob actually buying back. He wants to try and catch more out of this. He's still got the BKB and the Yules. See if he can quite get the setup of Xantic into the trees. Tanner. He's trying to hide. A cold snap will stop Noob from chasing for more, so that will keep Tanner given the position and the space to be able to TP out. So all things said and done, pretty nice there for Into the Breach. I mean, Noob committing a buyback, and I'll be honest, one of those a little unnecessary, that buyback, right? One of those, they obviously feel they're in quite a comfortable position, and maybe it doesn't matter too much, but it probably matters a little bit if he's using the buyback like that in a fight where nothing is found after it.
Yeah, I think he maybe just felt like he was needed because they lost their mid. You know, he's the mid. They lost him right at the start of the fight before anything. But yeah, didn't end up finding anything. No. But it was a great move. You know, they got him perfectly. He was a little slow with his BKB because they did reveal for a second. He held it for a quick second. Lifestealer infested him almost instantly. It wasn't enough to save him. They actually were able to get that burst combo this time around. Not too bad.
DNZ's got the hook shot ready to go again. Into the breach, show themselves around mid.
Oh, yeah, who got Philly this game? It was DNZ, right? They did not get a Philly on the side of Into the Breach. Unfortunate for these two supports.
He's pushing DNZ very close to having his force. In fact, he's got it done.
Best item in the game, right there. The Philly Stone, not the Force, you know, of course.
Oh, Force is pretty good as well. But yeah, I know.
It's pretty good too.
Philly is the top stuff. But in terms of purchasable items, Force Staff. Did Force Staff get changed at all in 7.29?
Wasn't it just the fluffy hat?
Oh, it's the build-up. You're right, yeah.
It's the build-up is better.
Got changed. It's better, so it got buffed. Yeah.
It's better because of like the build-up as supports. I always see everyone with a casual fluffy hat. Now it's like you can turn this fluffy hat into something, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Very nice. A very nice item here. Many combos to break, spells to dodge coming out from Into the Breach. See Thugito, go for the Skadi. With Falcon Blade, Sanj, and Skadi, they're gonna have a struggle bursting him. Like Thugito,
they should.
If he has time lapse up, he's getting out. He is getting out every single time.
I'm just wondering if I'm just looking. I'm like, he's tanky.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 3 other heroes on his team that are not so tanky. So I feel like a lot of these fights are going to end up to be like Invoker and Weaver versus the World. I'm hoping that it's going to be enough for him because he does have so much survivability, but we'll have to see if that does play. And also, Owen, there's no Force Staffs being built on Into the Breach versus Clockwork versus Lina. Well, they actually are just going full greedy on the supports. They're going to be going for, it looks like they were going Glimmer, but then he's like, oh God, it's 20 minutes on Grimstroke. I need to get a shard. Tanner is going Aghanims. This is extremely greedy for me. I feel like he should have a Force Staff 100% this game.
I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing on Sky.
It is amazing.
You know what? You only need to hover over the Ags on it, and you see 4 abilities pop up, and you're like, my goodness, 4 for the price of 1. How can you not? You know,
however,
that's a lot of writing. And the more writing, the more stuff. So you know, lots of stuff for one item there.
Until they click BKB and all those stuffs become no.
But all in on Ags.
So we'll say.
All in on Ags here from Tanner.
So if they get the shard on the Mars, he can spear 2 targets and then double Skywrath Flare them when they have Ags, right? So they have some cool combos they can do with it. But yeah, no Force Staff versus Clockwork. Come on, guys. Like, that's rule number 1 usually. You got to get one early. We've seen so many times at Xantic getting caught too. So maybe if they had one early on, potentially they could have gotten some saves.
That would actually be a counterplay though. For if I'm correct in remembering that, if they are like 2 heroes on top of each other, and it does both of the Mystic Flares on top of each other, you don't take damage from both Mystic Flares, right?
They'll both take damage from each individual one.
No.
If they're on top of each other.
If both were on top of each other and they're within the 2, and then because both Mystic Flares would consider we're hitting 2 heroes, so they're taking half the damage, and then you can only take damage from 1 Mystic Flare at a time. You know what I mean?
But
Maybe I'm wrong.
Flares.
Yes, but you're only going to take damage from 1 if 2 are on you. I'd have to check the math. You know what? But you see what I mean? Do I sound totally crazy?
Well,
maybe I sound totally crazy.
I was just saying what combos they have. I don't even know if Malik's going to get a shard. Let's be honest here. So.
Hey, come on. You don't even know if Tanner's going to be able to finish his Ags. I mean,
that's also true.
Game's looking pretty tough.
Game is getting pretty out of control as DNZ. He finds Tanner.
He does. He's got him in the cogs. Tanner, he's down. They'll get the arena out. Thugito will be able to take down DNZ. I'll get the 1-for-1 hit. And Thugito's got the money to go finish his Skadi. I don't think
he's still farmed.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to save for buyback. I think he can buy the Skadi pretty confidently this game. You know, he's not going to die. Go spend up the money.
I want him to. I'm waiting to see what he's going to do with all this big damage and gold like that. Now he's got the Skadi, he's got the slow versus the Lifestealer BKB versus the Lina BKB, as we know, versus ranged heroes. That Skadi's really good too. So let's see what he can make happen. Is Fishman versus Funnick.
He's gone.
Quick battle.
He's gone, Fishman. No, I think Thugito next is. You got to go for something hard hitting, right? Go for that Daedalus or MKB. Is there much mischance? There's the evasion talent on the life. Oh no, he didn't take it actually. He's not there quite yet. Buyback coming out from Fishman. Audio. He's going to help out Funnick. That's the tanky Enchantress right there as he jumps in. Jumps straight back out as he's ready to go to work on Malik. Takes him down. As Malik's out of the game, now over towards Fishman. Audio's looking for his next target. Now as Fishman, still alive, but not going to be for very long as Noob's able to jump in, take him out. That's Fishman off the back of a dieback. He's gone for a minute. And with the full 5-man still up, level up, they may just be able to start pressuring the high ground. 2 heroes dead on into the breach without buyback.
Noob, did he find Tanner as well?
Oh, I think he might just have done so with that light strike. He's got him. Another kill for Noob. And a 3rd hero on the sidelines here for Into the Breach. DNC, he's looking for more. In straight away with a pushback into the light strike array. They've got him. Ultra kill. Now they're going to look over towards Thagito. He, of course, still the target that they can't really deal with, but they've well and truly dealt with everybody else around him. As everybody else gets taken out, and now they're just taking, or at least trying to take here the mid-racks. We'll see if Into the Breach is able to do anything. They have got Malik back up. But no, they can't push this away. Level up, able to take the mid-racks. Nothing to be done here by Into the Breach.
Malik watching and waiting, maybe looking for some type of spear back opportunity, but can't quite find it. And we're just seeing poor Thagito. He's quite alone in a lot of these fights. All these buff ups too. I'm just seeing this RDO always solar crested by LeBron in every single fight. There's some slight, alacrities being buffed up onto Thagito, but he doesn't have these same things as the opposite team. They've got a cloak on their 5 position. He doesn't have the shard, no solar crest. Tanner is going full greed, as we know. He has no defensive things for him either. He's nearly got it.
He's getting there. Maybe the Aghanims rush on the support Skyra could pay off. So they're going to need something pretty special there. Down 14k in a set of racks. It's not easy for them. I think last fight as well, you had RDO pretty much fighting with 4k gold in the bank. Still is. He doesn't need to spend his money. Still got 4.6k gold ready to spend. Was deciding between the Satanic and the AC.
Okay. And now he buys a Scotty.
And now he's changing it again. Okay, now he's gone for the Scotty. So, I mean, he's in a luxury position there. Lots of money to spend. And indeed, Scotty is the choice.
Great versus those ranged heroes, as we were saying before. That extra bit of slow. And it just makes him so much tankier. And he can slow versus BKBs as well. Yeah, it just fits everything for him. He doesn't feel like he needs any real big damage. They're just winning the fight so hard anyway.
No. And
as Roche.
Survivability of the Satanic and the AC also seems a little unnecessary.
Yeah.
As he is not dying.
Noob? What has he got next? Does he pick something up? I saw he had quite a bit of gold. Okay, he's got a full Shivas. Okay, that is a very farmed Lina now. 26 armor.
Coming out with a smoke into the breach, but can they get the jump? Noob's able to... The bot's over to the Hellbear Smasher. It's Funnick, though. They're going all in on Funnick. That's not going to quite cut it. A brilliant light strike comes out from the side. Noob able to catch both Xantic and Malik. Malik's out with the BKB. They tried to buy back and bots back in at Xantic, but the creep's dead. And now Malik is trying to turn and fight back, but Noob's got the damage with the DD. DNZ celebrates with a hook shot straight into the backside of Noob. As he didn't even need to hit it. Noob's just leaning in and taking them all down one by one with a DD rune.
That was all him. Look at the damage. He literally did 5,400 damage. It was just him with the right clicks and a 2-man stun to start it off. Beautiful.
And now for a Roshan. Yeah, the Noob Lina looking great.
Continue to press.
Yeah, last pick.
Lina's always looked so good.
That was done very well indeed. I think did the Invoker come before or after the Lina? Who had the last pick? I think the Invoker might have been after the Lina pick as well, wasn't it?
I think the Invoker was the last pick, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Invoker was.
So drafting themselves into a bit of a tough spot, especially when it comes to just having some sort of hero to pressure the Lina in the mid lane. And Noob just having a complete free start.
I think they put them, these double supports, I gotta be honest, I've seen this a lot lately where
you just don't like it.
Very greedy for. I'm not a fan of Skywrath right now. I don't like the hero. It feels the same as Fishman. Just gets obliterated. Again, DNC just finding every single hook. And Malik, he'll go down as well.
No, Skywrath, it's definitely one of those supports that I feel like you're picking when you don't expect too much from the enemy. They're like, these guys, they're just going to let me do loads of damage to them, and they're not going to know how to deal with it in the lane, and then they're just going to get frustrated and die. Because if they play smart and they don't feed to the overbearing damage early on, and you don't have that impact in the lane, your game definitely gets very tough very quickly.
the hero feels, yeah, if you don't smash lane, hero feels so lackluster. You're 4 position with no stun. He's got a double silence coming out, but they're the Manta. Let's see what Thugito can do.
See, trying to do something about Funnick, but it's not happening. All right, Noob's just blinking. He's ready to go past the Ancient. They've been soulbound, but they don't care at all. As Xantic and Tanner are having to hide in the trees. I mean, Thugito is trying to get in on this. Malik will be able to make the jump happen with the arena over towards RDO, but RDO's so tanky, he doesn't care at all. Thugito's going to go down. Time-lapse unavailable, as there'll be a buyback from the Weaver, but Xantic's dead. Malik's gone as well. GG. They're on to the Ancient. GG is called, as Level Up will take the game 1 here, as Into the Breach just a little bit all over the place this game. It was not an easy one for them.